Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Berlin. Welcome back to the World Series of Snooker. David Hendon and Joe Johnson with you this evening for the final, which is between Graeme Dott and Shaun Murphy, two former world champions. 8 players started out here, just 2 remain, and we're going to pick up the action in frame 4 of this final. Graeme Dott going very nicely indeed. He's won the first 3 frames. He made a break of 113 in the first, won the second on the blue, won the third as well. And as you can see, he's ahead here in frame 4, 61 points to 6. And that's the brown, by the way, down here by the black spot. So Murphy needs a snooker. Well, he just laid one, 55 behind, 51 on. But it's been all Graeme Dott so far at the start of this final. Just to update you on what happened in the semi-finals earlier on today. Dott came through 5-4 against John Higgins. It was 4-2. Higgins came back to 4-4. Dott won the decider. And Murphy won an excellent match against Stephen Maguire, 5-3. Again, he was ahead there, 3-1. Maguire made it 3-3, but Murphy won the last 2, including the last frame, with a 1-3-2 total clearance, the highest break so far. But he's in deep trouble here in the final.
8.
Yes, Shaun would like to have played that red in the centre there and got onto the one at the high value colours and left the red behind a pink to play the snooker. It would have been much easier with the red behind the pink, but a chance here
16.
to drop the white in behind the black. Oh, what a kick! And that took the pace out of the white ball. A massive kick. Well, that's how to lay snookers. Attempted the double at the same time. Has to hit it.
It's amazing, is it, when things are not going your way. In this game, they're really not going your way. That was a horrible kick from Murphy, and now, all of a sudden, Graeme Dott has the advantage again.
Yes, without the kick, could have been behind the black on the previous shot. As it is, as you say, he's snookered, and he has to hit it. .39 points behind. Good shot. He hasn't left it on. He could find himself snookered again here. Never hit it. And Shaun needs red and a black and a snooker and all the colours to draw.
It's best of 11 frames to final, first to 6.
Yeah, it's not easy to get safe this. If he plays the red up and down, the double kiss is on. Decided to risk it. Well, that's run reasonably safe. Had the red been dead, this red would have been on down the cushion. I'm sure Graeme will try it, but not easy. And where's the white ball going? Well, would you believe it? It's rested up right against the black, and it's a snooker again for Shaun Murphy. Has to hit it.
It moves it so far away anyway. So. Thank you.
Yeah, Shaun's just saying that the black may move when he plays away from it as it rolls back into its spot. He was firing away from the black, so that's okay. And he's managed to get it safe again. Got another good chance of a snooker here for Graeme Dott. And it's the wrong man who's getting the snookers as far as Sean Murphy's concerned. Well, another half chance of a snooker here for Graeme Dott. Right down towards the black. Right in behind the green. Well, nearly went in the middle.
No.
And is it going to go in the corner?
No.
There's shouts of no from Sean Murphy, but it's there. And Graeme Dott says sorry, and we surely believe him.
Well, that just about completes Sean Murphy's misery for the first half of the final. It's going to be 4-0 for sure, and it's going to require
4,
some comeback in the second half.
6.
Graeme Dott, remember, before the start of this event, hadn't won a match for 11 months. Yesterday he beat
9.
Chris McBreen 4-1 in the first round, and earlier today beat John Higgins 5-4, and he looks to be playing with some confidence.
Yes, it's nice to see. Terrific play, Graeme Dott. But it is a confidence game, snooker.
18.
But he seems to be playing with confidence here, as you mentioned, David.
Commercial break in 1 minute.
Well, he'll certainly be feeling
18.
pretty confident here in Berlin, because he leads this final by 4 frames to 0. So he needs just 2 more frames to win this second event in the World Series. Sean Murphy with it all to do as they go to their mid-session break. There you see the match stats. Highest break 112, Graeme Dott, Murphy just 22. Clearly that's going to have to improve in the remainder of this match. He needs to win 6 of the last 5 frames to stop Dott winning the title. And total points 316, Dott 89 for Murphy. Long pot success, Graeme Dott 50%, Murphy just 20%. Murphy, as I say, needs to improve on pretty much all aspects of his game, although his safety success rate 84% is pretty good. Anyway, we'll be back with the remainder of this final. Frame 5 is coming up after the break. Welcome back live to the Tempodrome in Berlin, and it's virtually a packed house, around about 1,500 people in here. It's been really well attended and supported, this World Series of Snooker event here in Berlin. Don't forget, John Higgins won the first one in Jersey a couple of weeks ago, and the tour calls in Warsaw and Moscow as well later in the year. But here in Berlin, it's the final between Graeme Dott and Sean Murphy. 4-0, Graeme Dott leads, so he needs 2 more frames to win the trophy this evening. Here come the players, to an excellent ovation from this packed house. And as I said before the break, Murphy needs a comeback. Got to win 6 of the remaining frames this evening. 6 of the remaining 7 frames this evening to pick up this trophy. Graeme Dott is looking good with that 4-0 lead. So the audience returning after the interval. The players back in the arena as well. Michaela Tabb is the referee. 4-0 to Graeme Dott. And they're just checking. I think they've got the water. I was saying about Graeme Dott's run, 11 months it was without a victory, 16 matches. He lost 15 and drew 1 in the Malta Cup. And he said yesterday that he just needed a break from the game. He was diagnosed with depression before the World Championship, was going to pull out, decided to play. And although he lost in the first round, he put up a good show against Joe Perry. And Having put his cue away for a couple of months, he was saying that he was actually looking forward to playing again, and he's played well here. Beat Chris McBreen yesterday 4-1 and John Higgins 5-4, and he leads 4-0 in the final.
Sean Murphy to break.
Just 2 frames away from victory as Sean Murphy gets frame 5 underway. Sean Murphy, the 2005 world champion. It was Graeme Dott who won the title in 2006. Well, that's already better for Murphy, because breaking off in frame 5, he's got the cue ball up behind the yellow.
Yes, certainly didn't play it in behind the yellow. Wanted to get that cue ball tight on the baulk cushion, but he'll take it. And needs more of that. And I'll tell you what, we know what kind of a fighter Sean Murphy is. We know he's not going to give in. So there could be a lot of mileage left in this match yet. And what about this for a shot? Couldn't have got any closer. Terrific effort.
Well, it's good to see Graeme Dott smiling again. He's been through the mill in recent months, but he's clearly enjoying himself. Back it goes. The black gloves of Michaela Tabb.
Okay. Sure.
Well, attempt number 2 at this red just to the side of the black. Got the pace perfect the last time, just needed a little more angle. Well, a little more pace and it would have been in the pack of reds, and that would have been equally safe. Steady hands. Well, this has got more pace on it. And hit the red at the side of the black. May have left this red on to the right corner.
Well, we know what a fighter Sean Murphy is. He'll certainly won't have given this one up yet. He'll be giving it his all.
Yes, right down to the last ball, David.
He's looking to win his 5th professional title. He's won 2 ranking events, the World Championship, of course, 3 years ago, Malta Cup 2007. He also won that title in Malta last season when it was a non-ranking event, and he's a former winner of the qualifying event for the Masters. He's one of those players, always seems to be in the business end of tournaments. Very, very consistent, and he starts the season as he ended it as world number 3.
Yes, lots of left hand side on the white ball to check it back for this red into the left corner. Needs to leave an angle
11
on the black to be able to go into that pack of reds. Only has one more loose red, so I don't want to leave it too long to go into the reds. And there it is. Now, is he on one?
18.
Well, he is to the left corner, but he's slightly hampered by the brown. Nicely played.
19.
And once again has the angle on the black to go into those reds. And he's such an aggressive attacking player, Sean Murphy. Wouldn't be surprised if he went into them trying to win the frame at this visit. Has to do something quickly.
$26. 27.
And this is already his highest break of the match. It was previously 22.
34.
Table looks to be running superbly. Just a touch of right hand side on the white ball to take him
42.
just past that red. Would like to have been straighter on this red. Once again, warmly applauded by this crowd here in Berlin. Just looking to see if there's any plants on. Has the angle on the black to go into the reds. Well, a surprise. Surprise miss from Sean Murphy. Oh, has he done any damage? Has he left anything? There's one.
One. Seven.
Well, Graeme Dott took the opportunity to go into the reds, but it hasn't worked out well for him. Well, surely he's not attempting this shot. There's no guaranteed position if it does go in. Has to be careful not to push it. This looks like a push shot to me.
Graeme Dott 7.
Well, you heard his reaction.
Very, very difficult shot, and as so often happens, trying to avoid the push, he's left it short. And a sitter, Sean Murphy.
Sounded like something out of The Lion King, that roar he gave as he missed it.
Nice to see him smiling though, David.
Yes, enjoying his snooker again, which he wasn't, of course, last season. But he has given Murphy a great chance to win his first frame of the final.
7.
This is their fourth meeting. Murphy's won 2 of the first 3. But this is their first meeting in a final.
Yes, just come wrong side of the blue though. And the frame not yet safe. No easy red if he just rolls the blue in. So I'm going to have to try and get back down the table. And that was the danger. So this frame's still not over.
13.
47 points in front. So 57 points in front. And 67 still on the table.
Sean Murphy, 13.
And not a particularly good safety shot from Sean Murphy. That's a pretty good shot from Graeme Dott. Didn't play the red ball down the table. Made the safety back to baulk more difficult now.
Final and a miss. Graeme Dott.
Well, attempting to land up to the red just by the right side cushion, but the white ball sort of drifted towards the corner pocket and just caught the angles.
Continue. Yeah.
The other way.
I didn't expect. Yeah.
Well, attempt number 2, just to land up to this red. Caught it with too much pace. He's left at least one red on. Well, maybe not.
So 53 in it, with still 67 on.
Well, again, that was a good attempt at the red in the middle. And where's the white ball going? I think this red is on.
It's one of those, isn't it? If it had been 4-0 up, that probably would have ended up behind the green. But as it is, it's Graeme Dott who's in again, and I'm sure when Murphy was at the table a few minutes ago with a great chance to win the frame, Dott didn't expect to get another chance.
Yes, and this is a good chance. Just needs to find a way of opening those two reds just behind the pink. Just having a look to see if one of them goes.
Eight.
Well, he got the nudge. It wasn't favourable.
12.
Could so easily have been on an easy red there. 41 points behind. So still plenty left on the table to win.
Graeme Dott 12.
It's another 3 or 4 inches harder. Would have been a good snooker. Excellent safety. And this is now tough for Graeme Dott. Well, couldn't see the safety, so attempted the long pot. And he's left one on for Sean Murphy now. So just the pink required.
And he's going to be mightily relieved if it goes in. He's had several chances in this frame. But it looks now as if he has won his first frame of the final. And write him off at your peril. Because if he starts to hit a bit of form, he's going to be a handful. He played well against Stephen Maguire in the semis, came through 5-3. Just looking down his records, very rarely that he gets whitewashed. Sean Murphy hasn't been for a couple of years and isn't going to be this evening.
Well, we saw the cue power there of Sean Murphy. Terrific pot.
18.
It's amazing how the game suddenly becomes easy when the frame is well won.
Yes, Sean Murphy has a habit of doing that quite often.
22.
Another terrific screw shot from the green.
$27. 32.
Well, Dott's still favourite, of course, but Murphy is still in it. He's won his first frame. From his point of view, it's 1 down, 5 to go.
So Murphy 32 and no frame.
So Graeme Dott led 4-0 at the interval. Sean Murphy raised fist and applause from this crowd. They'll be wanting this one to go the distance, I'm sure, get their full money's worth. Well, as I say, he's won his first frame, so he now trails by 4 frames to 1. He has at least increased his highest break a little bit to 43. He'll have to go up, though, I'm sure, if he is to win. But the main thing for Murphy, as I say, is that he is at least on the scoreboard now. Graeme Dott then leads by 4 frames to 1. 2 more, and he's the winner in Berlin. 4-1 then to Graeme Dott against Sean Murphy in the final of this World Series of Snooker event. Live from Berlin.
Graeme Dott to break.
6 frames required to become champion. Graeme Dott to break in frame 6. There's an audience of around 1,500 here in the Tempodrome in Berlin, and it makes for a great atmosphere for these two players. Murphy hasn't played his best stuff so far, but there's still time.
Yes, still very much in this match, Sean Murphy. Well, very close, but couldn't avoid the reds in the white ball going back to baulk, and he's left Graeme Dott this chance. And I'm sure that when it comes down to it, it's going to be pretty difficult for Graeme Dott to get over the winning line. Hasn't won a tournament for quite a while, and as my colleague said, only won 3 matches last year. And although it's played in good spirit, both players seem very relaxed. This is a title.
I think the low point for Graeme Dott last season, the Welsh Open, he was so negative. He tried to break off in a frame against Michael Judge by catching the pack really thin and missed them altogether. Just showed you the frame of mind he was in. He only made 4 centuries all season, and although centuries aren't the be-all and end-all, it is an indicator of form. He's already made 1 here today in the very first frame of this final.
Well, that was a good pot. And now, if you can leave some kind of an angle on the blue to get into the pack of reds. Just having a look to see where would be the best place to go into them. The red at the back of the pack will go.
16.
I think he's played for the loose red rather than the angle on the blue to go into them. But left an angle off of this red to be able to
21.
scatter the reds and hopefully try and stay on the black. Just confidence.
21.
Managed to open the pack of reds but missed the red.
Coming here, Dott was under pressure just to get a couple of wins under his belt, but of course now he's leading in the final. The pressure is to make good on that lead and win the title.
Yes, it's amazing, David, isn't it? You know what pressure does. Wasn't under any kind of pressure coming into this tournament because, well, didn't expect to win, but now is expected to win from 4-0 up, and the pressure somehow just switches back again. And I think it's going to be pretty difficult for Graeme to get over the line.
6.
Not saying he won't, but he's going to have to dig deep.
Yes, it's an important match for him because his next match will be first round of the Northern Ireland Trophy at the end of August, and of course that carries ranking points. He's down to 39, is Graeme Dott, in the provisional standing, so he wants to go to Belfast with a bit of confidence under his belt, and if he loses the final from 4-0 up, he obviously won't be in the best frame of mind. Fell from 2nd to 13th in the rankings last season after that barren period of 11 months.
Yes, and sometimes when you do
19.
have a 4-0 lead and you see your opponent start to play well, it doesn't seem that
20.
big a gap. Well, Sean,
Murphy, 20.
not often you see Sean Murphy miss a black off out spot. Can't quite believe it. And what's worse, he's left a red on. Now then, Graeme, dig deep.
One. Six. Seven.
I've come the wrong side of the blue. Wanted just a bit top side to be able to come back down to the reds. And the black looks pretty straight. Can't manoeuvre the cue ball, so having to play the blue. And that's not too bad.
Wow.
Would have liked to have been a foot or so closer to this red. And once again, gone as awkward as it could do. It just needs to clip this in, come round off 2 cushions with the red in the same pocket. And again, just short of pace somewhat.
20.
And this is another tough one. Just goes. Terrific shot.
21.
And a nice angle on the blue. On the middle pocket for the blue. And he's got reds at his mercy now. 22 points in front.
$26. 27.
Nicely played. And held it well for the red.
34. 35.
And this black would leave Sean Murphy just being able to tie the frame. Needs another red. It looks like it's going to be 5-1.
42.
Yes, and this has been a good effort, having failed at his initial effort. He hasn't made a mistake this time. Good response. Just as we were talking about pressure. He's always been a fighter, as Graeme Dott. And he's shown those qualities again here.
50. 51.
There you see, double the amount of points that Murphy scored. Most importantly, he's going to be 5-1 up very shortly.
Yes, well played, Graeme Dott.
58. 60.
and took full advantage of that missed black off the spot. That surprising missed black off the spot by Sean Murphy. Took these very well.
67.
Just needs one more frame.
Well, the week before
72.
the World Championship, he was strongly considering withdrawing. He was mired in depression. A couple of months off from the game.
78.
And he's come back in a positive frame of mind. And he's now just a frame away from winning this title in Berlin. Trying a little exhibition shot here on the black.
Yes, in the corner pocket.
Well, he's not to be, but nevertheless a good break of 78. He missed on his first chance. Sean Murphy missed a black. Graeme Dott 78 means that he leads 5-1, so he's 4 up with just 5 frames remaining. And you see the pot success rate now up to 88% for Graeme Dott. He's potted just about twice as many balls, scored more than twice as many points. And as I say, the key stat is right at the bottom. Graeme Dott 5, Sean Murphy 1, so Dott needs one more frame to be the winner here in Berlin. Graeme Dott is just 1 frame away from winning the 3rd title of his professional career. First was the World Championship at the Crucible in 2006, and he won the China Open as well in Beijing in 2007. Sean Murphy breaking off here in Berlin, 5-1 down, with it all to do.
Well, that was a better break off from Sean Murphy. And an equally good shot from Graeme Dott. Touching ball called. So just trying to get this white ball as close to the ball cushion as he can. That's pretty good. And that red that's up there towards balk is making things awkward for Graeme Dott. So I'm not playing the safety shot back to balk, just attempting to land into the reds. Now, has he left a plant on? Another excellent speed from Sean Murphy. And again, has the angle off the side of the reds to take the cue ball back to balk, but that red that's in between the blue and the green, making things awkward for Graeme Dott. No attempt at the pot. Black not available, so just resting the cue ball on the black cushion. Well, that was a fine shot from Sean Murphy.
1.
His highest break so far just 43.
4.
Which is one of the reasons he finds himself 5-1 down.
5.
Well, chance here on the brown to go into the pack of reds,
Graeme Dott.
if he so wishes. And played it well. He's on a red to the right corner.
9.
I'm not sure if he can get onto a colour off that red. Just had a look at the pink into the right centre. Well, the pink must go,
From
but the
Murphy
red
now.
didn't. Another surprising miss from Sean Murphy. It wasn't easy, but it's one you would have expected him to get.
One.
Yes, that's the word about Murphy's performance tonight, I think, Joe. Surprising. I think, as it's a final, we both expected him, particularly after he played against Stephen Maguire, to come out and play his best stuff. In fact, he's barely produced anything approaching top form. And he's handed Graeme Dott a chance here to build up some points in the frame he needs to win the title.
6.
Yes, I'm surprised Graeme Dott didn't attempt to bring the black into play there. Could have come off the side cushion, tried to open the black, stayed on the reds over the left corner pocket and right corner pocket.
7.
Played that one well. It's got the right side of the blue just.
Twelve. 13.
Well, little smile from Graeme Dott. You didn't hit that one hard enough to get back the right side of the blue. And that's not too
18.
bad. I'd have liked to have been straighter on this red so he could just leave the cue ball where the red is for the pink in the right centre. Doesn't quite have that angle. Needs to pull up. Well, that's just gone far enough for him to be on the yellow into the middle. He wants to be straight on this red. Well, as he pushed the pink into an unpottable position.
21.
That little cannon was just enough, I think. Not sure if the pink goes now, but shouldn't be too difficult to get the right side of the blue.
22.
And now got the choice to go into that pink. Try and free it again.
There you see twice as many pots he's made in the match as Sean Murphy. And with every ball that goes in, he's getting closer and closer to the title.
Yes, and it's going to get more difficult for Graeme Dott as he sees that winning line.
28.
But again, played that one very well. He's on this pink. But can he get onto another red? Great pot.
$34.
And once again, just slightly awkward.
$35.
Well, held it well for the pink. And there's two reds just below the pink that will go into the same pocket.
$41. $42.
Just needs to stay positive.
Yeah, he's just got to hold himself together, which of course is very easy to say, but not so easy to do when you're out there.
$48.
Remember, this is a man 3 months ago who didn't want to play snooker at all.
$49.
40 points in the game.
$55.
And this is the last of the easy reds. And wouldn't you believe it, he's going to need one of these three more difficult reds.
$56.
Well, he's actually 52 ahead with 51 on, and he's on the red in any case.
It's a miscalculation
51.
on my part. 52 in front, so just this red to make absolutely certain Graeme Dott.
Well, we saw a stat a moment ago, 100% success with the rest, and it's still 100% success.
Well played, Graeme Dott. He's back with a title. Great shot.
And a great effort, make no mistake.
68.
He's had his problems, Graeme Dott, as I've been saying, off the table.
Yes, the break has obviously done him good, David.
Yes, he's had his problems off the table in recent months, but this wee man from Glasgow has got a big heart.
Graeme Dott, 68.
He's a real fighter, and surely he's done enough to win this title. Murphy's playing on, as you'd expect. 59 behind, 43 on. Of course, there's always a chance of a free ball.
Well, that's how to get snookers.
Well, that's just cruel.
Where's the red going? Well, surely
that's even crueler.
Graeme Dott.
But nobody will begrudge Graeme Dott this victory, and isn't it good to see him smiling? He's the winner in Berlin. He's beaten Sean Murphy by 6 frames to 1. And a great ovation for both players. Sean Murphy will be disappointed that he didn't produce the goods in the final. Graeme Dott, though, played very solidly overall and finished off nicely to win 6-1. This is the last shot again. Would have been cruel either way. Fluke the snooker, and look at the red coming round the table. It just shows how quick this table is that it even made it to the centre pocket. But as I say, Joe, you certainly couldn't begrudge Graeme Dott the victory.
Absolutely not. It's really nice to see him back, and that will do his confidence the world of good. And we look forward to seeing him on the circuit in ranking events.
Yeah, absolutely right. And John Higgins, I believe, is going to do the interviews.
Well, Sean, I don't think anyone would have expected a 6-1 scoreline. Well, I certainly thought it was probably going to be about a 6-4 or 6-5. So, how did you feel you played? I know Graeme played fantastic, so...
Well, I played quite poorly. I missed too many easy shots and kept giving Graeme, you know, good chances. But you know, I can only play the best I can play on the day, and Graeme played very well and deserved to win.
Yep. Yep. And what has been your experience of this fabulous Berlin crowd? Has it been one of the best crowds you've ever played in front of, Sean?
Well, this is certainly the biggest and most supportive crowd I've ever played in front of. The crowd we have at the World Championships is intense, but not very big. The Crucible only holds just under 1,000 people. We've got close to 1,500–1,600 people in this building, all mad snooker fans. So they've enjoyed it and we've enjoyed it.
Thanks, Sean. Well, I think, Graeme, you came here, you beat Chris McBreen 4-1 in the quarter-finals, and then you played absolutely fantastic to beat yours truly in the semi-finals, and then you played unbelievable to beat Sean 6-1. How do you think you played yourself?
I played well. I mean, Sean struggled a little bit and gave me more chances than I thought I was going to get, but I played pretty well.
I think we all knew... I think we all know now you'd a tough year last year now compared to the previous years where you've been one of the top players in the world. So is this win, do you think, going to give you the kickstart this year to be one of the top players again?
Hopefully. Obviously it was well documented, a tough year, but I certainly feel more normal, and I've proved there that I'm back to playing kind of half-decent snooker.
And would you love to come back and play again in front of this fabulous Berlin crowd?
No, it's been fantastic. As Sean was saying, we've all been world champion and played at the Crucible, and we've all played at Wembley, but this is by far the best audience I've played in front of.
So me personally, ladies and gentlemen, would you like the World Series of Snooker to come back to Berlin?
Well, I think that was an emphatic yes, and they've certainly played their part, this crowd. It's been really excellent atmosphere over the last 2 days, and I'm sure they've enjoyed every minute, and Graeme Dott
I think that's a yes.
certainly would have enjoyed the final as well.
I think that's a yes.
6-1, he beat Sean Murphy,
Right,
and it's all smiles
Sean Murphy,
here in Berlin
Graeme Dott,
for what has been a very successful event. Cheers are for the winner. Graeme Dott has beaten Sean Murphy 6-1. And the World Series returns in September, moves on to Warsaw in Poland in October, and the Grand Finals in November will be in Moscow in Russia. First time it's been a snooker event there. Next snooker here on Eurosport, by the way, at the end of August the 25th to the 31st, the Northern Ireland Trophy. That's the first ranking event of the new season, and we'll all be at the Waterfront Hall in Belfast for that one.
Graeme, it's a little bit too early.
This is Rolf Kalb, our colleague from German Eurosport, who looks like he's going to do some more interviews for us.
But I can clearly understand. Well, ladies and gentlemen, of course, we want to do a proper presentation.
Of course, we're going to see the presentation of the trophy. That's what Rolf's introducing.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the award ceremony here at the World Snooker Series at Berlin. Please welcome the presentation party. It's Thomas Cesar, the German organizer. It's Pat Mooney, the event promoter, together with John Higgins. And it's Carsten Baumann of the Berlin Marriott Hotel. Welcome. The second prize, the run-up spot and also the highest break, goes to Sean Murphy. And the winner and the Berlin champion of the World Series of Snooker is Graeme Dott.
Well, the crowd have certainly appreciated the snooker, and it's good to see that the players have appreciated the crowd as well. That's Graeme Dott, who ends our weekend in Berlin as the winner. All smiles again. As he said himself, he hopefully can use it as a springboard for the rest of the season. It was 11 months it took him to win a match. He's ended the weekend as the champion. There's Pat Mooney, who manages Graeme. He's also in charge of the World Series. So he's delighted as well with how it's gone this weekend. So as I was saying before the presentations, our next snooker here on Eurosport is next month, August 25th. To the 31st, the Northern Ireland Trophy from the Waterfront Hall in Belfast. All the top stars will be there. It's the first ranking event of the new season, and then the World Series returns in September, October and November. So thanks a lot for your company here in Berlin this weekend. From me, David Hendon and Joe Johnson, it's a very good evening.